Welcome to Unicorns Talk Podcast, your weekly girl talk about Black women, our healing, and manifestation. My name is Latrice Sampson Richards, your life enhancement coach, and together we're going to live, laugh, and learn to love all of life's little messes. While I am a licensed clinician, please keep in mind that this show is not a substitute for your own relationship with a mental health provider. Let's go. Hello, people. How y'all doing? I'm so excited to be here with y'all tonight. My name is Latrice Sampson Richards. I am a mental and emotional wellness creative, and I teach Black women the skills that we need in order to heal and manifest. And this is Unicorns Talk Live. This is my very first live online recording of Unicorns Talk Podcast, which is a weekly girl talk about Black healing, our healing, Black women, our healing and manifestation. I'm a little nervous, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I do live streams all the time. Y'all, if you've been following me for any real amount of time, then you know I do live streams all the time, especially inside of my free Facebook group, Trust Village, which is a safe space for healing and manifestation. But this is my first time recording for the podcast, and this is going to be an actual episode, and I'm really excited about that. This is something new that I'm trying, but I really like it so far. I love doing live streams. I love when y'all come and talk to me and hold conversation. Y'all ask really good questions and everything like that. And so I decided, why not record it, and make an episode out of it. And maybe if you all really like it, if you let me know that you like it, because that's the only way that I'm going to know, is if you let me know that you like it, then I am going to do this more often. And maybe throw in some perks, you know what I'm saying? So as you come in, I'm going live on Facebook right now. As you come into the Facebook live or whatever, you have to let me know that you're here, because Facebook does not always let me know that y'all be here. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone as well, because sometimes Facebook doesn't let me know when y'all done sent comments and stuff. And, I just don't even feel like playing with Facebook tonight. You know what I'm saying? There we go. So I know, hey, Jacqueline, how you doing, honey? What's going on? I'm super excited about this. So I'm just sharing this really quickly. And please, please, please do the same. Share to as many people as you would like to share to. If you have anybody that you feel like would benefit from having this conversation tonight, then share. Please and thank you. If you haven't yet, make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts or anywhere that you can listen to this podcast, anywhere that you get your podcast, because you can listen to this podcast anywhere that you can get this podcast. So that's Apple Music, that is Spotify, that is Himalaya. If you are checking out Himalaya, it's a new app that I love because it allows you to sew into me if you so choose. If you feel like that's what you want to do, drop a little donation in the bucket or whatever, because I'm really trying to do this full time. Thank you, Jacqueline. My locks have been looking a little dry, girl. So I was like, you know what? I need to get my whole life together and do something about these locks. So I've been really taking the time to focus on my locks right now, because they was getting a little out of control. Hey, Tracy. How you doing? So I just want to make sure that you all know, because I did share this in my Facebook group, which is a closed group. And normally when I do live streams inside of the group, it's just us. And so I encourage you all to share as much as you want to share. And I still encourage you to share as much as you want to share. But I just want to remind you that this is a public live stream. Okay. So you may not necessarily feel comfortable with sharing as much as you would share inside of Trust Village, because inside Trust Village, y'all know we we talks, you know what I'm saying? We have real conversations inside of Trust Village. So, we share more in Trust Village, but this is a public live stream. And so anybody can see this. So please take caution as you send your messages and comments. Don't share nothing you don't want somebody to see. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't make I can't make no promises. I'm trying to get as many eyes on this as humanly possible. So, make sure you do that. So please share, share, share. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes to come on in here. Because I know that this is something that's new. So while we're waiting on that to happen, I just want to go ahead and remind you all that I do own a blog. It's called theblackunicornproject.com. I am not the primary writer right now, although that is going to change very soon. But the blackunicornproject.com is a online community center about Black culture and well-being. We have all types of articles from finance to music to the culture to everything going on in the diaspora. The content I think you all will find extremely, extremely interesting. I have some really good writers. My music curator, Trey Payadu, who is awesome and amazing, my homie from way back. Hey, Trey. He's been a guest on the show as well. So if you listen to the show, then you're familiar with Trey. He was my guest for the Surviving R. Kelly situation episode, you know what I'm saying? And he's the music curator over at the blackunicornproject.com, and he's really good. I love him. He does free Spotify playlists, and let me tell you, his playlists go extra, extra hard. So y'all make sure y'all follow him on Spotify as well, on Instagram and everything at Trey Payadu. Yes, if you are interested in writing a guest blog post for the blackunicornproject.com, you can go ahead and shoot me an email at hello@theblackunicornproject.com. And so, yeah, hello@theblackunicornproject.com is our official email. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and email. Make sure you put guest post or guest blog. I don't know, shit. What, I guess guest writer. Is that what you call it? Listen, I'm learning, I'm navigating, I'm figuring it out. This is something relatively new because up until this point, everybody that writes for the Black Unicorn Project, I have asked them to write. Nobody, well, I'm not going to say nobody has asked me to write for the blog yet, but, I'm really looking to open it up and, make sure that, no, Martine, that's not right. It is hello, HELLO, at theblackunicornproject.com. So THEBLACKUNICORNPROJECT.com. And I know that's long as fuck, but you get the point or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You get the point or whatever. So if you're interested in writing, go ahead and email me your pitch. Let me know what you would like to write about and why we should care about what you have to say. You dig? Yes. There you go, Martine. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So that's the email address. You can go ahead and email me. Or if you would like to collaborate with us in other ways, we are looking for sponsors. If you have a product or something that you would like for us to do a review on for the Buy Black review, if that means that if you are a Black owned business, if you have a product of any kind, not just the butters and things, which don't get me wrong, I had tried one of I went to a conference today and I tried some butters or whatever on my hands and the butters was real good. You know what I'm saying? I love and appreciate all of the butters, the sugar scrubs. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all of that. But if whatever it is that you do, because there are Black people who are working in all industries that are creating all different types of things. And so I would like to try to highlight those things. So it doesn't just have to be butters. It can be tech. It can be an app. It can be a service, a product, whatever it is. If you would like for us, yes, it can be jewelry. Yes, Jacqueline, it can be jewelry. If you would like for us to do a an honest review of your product, then you can also shoot me an email at hello@theblackunicornproject.com, and make sure you put in the subject line "Buy Black Review." That's BUYBLACKREVIEW in the subject line "Buy Black Review" at hello@theblackunicornproject.com. Just because you submit your product does not mean that we will do a review on your product, because it just don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? I would like to highlight. I want to give an honest review, and if I feel like your product is not ready, then I'm going to say that. So make sure that you are really like ready to send me your shit before you send me your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have to give anybody a negative review. So just make sure I drop my water. So just make sure that you ready. You know what I'm saying? When you feel like you ready or whatever. And I would appreciate that. So, all right. I decided that I wanted to start doing live shows. It's something that I have been talking about for a very long time. And y'all know that I always share my journey with y'all. I'm very open with y'all about what it is I'm trying to accomplish in my life, and what it is that I really feel called and purposed to do. And this is it. I am a mental and emotional wellness creative. And I went to an event today. She Speaks with Suzanne Speaks, who is a local television personality here in South Florida. But y'all definitely be on the lookout for her. She's going big places. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so inspired by her. Today was her first ever women's conference. And so I met her a couple weeks ago at an event I attended with the Urban League Young Professionals here in Broward County. And she was a speaker at their event. And she talked about her event and how her journey that, led her to starting this women's conference. And it's something that had been on her heart or whatever. And so today was the manifestation of that vision for her. And when I tell you, this girl knocked it completely out of the ballpark. Hey, Shannon, it was amazing. I mean, like, it was well put together. Everything ran smoothly. There were no bumps in the road. Like, the biggest bump that we had today, like real shit, the biggest bump we had today was the lanyards that they gave us for the name tags. The lanyards, the papers that went inside of the lanyards were just a little too big, so it made it hard to put in the lanyard. That's it. And we was there from 9 o'clock this morning to 5:30 this afternoon, this evening. They fed us, they did everything, and she did all of that for a ticket of, $119. Like, she did an amazing, which is not a lot for an event of that caliber. Like, that's not a lot at all. And anybody who has attended a women's conference, you already know. So the fact that she was able to pull that off, and I mean, just the whole day went off so smoothly. It was extremely interesting. It was entertaining. It was inspiring. There was a professional development component to it. Definitely some personal development. So I thoroughly enjoyed the event. So, shout out to, Suzette Speaks. I'm definitely already reached out to her to try to connect and collaborate, because she's doing things that I really admire and I'm definitely inspired by. And, she's just somebody that I feel like I want to know in real life. So I'm going to try to make that happen. So y'all make sure y'all check her out. Suzette Speaks. She is awesome and amazing. Hey, Moya. But anyway, so back to this conference. So today we had this conference, and one of the things that they talked about, they did a panel on authenticity and, like finding your purpose and things like that, right? And so it was really like I was very much inspired by that conversation that they had. And it was one of those things where it's like, I talk for a living. Like, this is what I do. So I wasn't on the panel, but as they were responding, I found myself answering questions with them. You know what I'm saying? Like when people would ask questions and I'm like, oh, that's a really good answer, but I would also want to add XYZ, yada, 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 And so I decided to, just kind of extend that conversation into tonight's episode, because I think it's a conversation that definitely needs to be had. I have a lot of people that come to me and ask me about, how do you find your purpose? How do you connect with who you are, and like how did you know that this is what you wanted to do? How did you know that this was what you were going to do with your life? And it always comes back to authenticity. And so I wanted us to have this conversation because I want you to know that there is no shortcut. There is no shortcut to finding your purpose. The only way to find your purpose is to connect with who you are on a deep and intimate level. And for a lot of us, we are afraid of doing that because that means confronting who you are and standing in your authenticity. And that is scary. And I get it. It's a really, really scary thing to do. But there ain't no other way you're going to accomplish this. I hate to burst your bubble, boo. But that's just what it is. Okay? The road to purpose. Hey, Lynn. Amy Lynn. The road to purpose must travel through vulnerability. There is no other way. You have to show yourself. You have to be who you are. You have to connect with what's important to you. You have to know what your values are. You have to know what you like and what you don't like, what you want and what you don't want, what you love and what you hate. You got to know what makes you cry for real and what make you play cry because you're trying to, you're trying to manipulate somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to know yourself. There's no way around it. And we keep trying to take these shortcuts, and the shortcuts are not going to do it. And we wonder why we continue to repeat the same situations over and over. And that's because we have not learned the lesson, right? And for the lesson could be a lot of different things, but for the vast majority of us, the lesson is in vulnerability. The first lesson is in vulnerability. Now, you probably come back around to it after you learn that lesson and implement, but it'll be the next layer, and that will be, representative of something else. Okay? Hey, Broderick. So we have to be willing to make ourselves vulnerable if we are ever going to get to our purpose. And one of the ladies at the at that was speaking on the panel discussion today, the authenticity panel, one of the ladies defined authenticity as acceptance of who I am. And well, she gave her definition, but my interpretation of her definition was that that authenticity is the acceptance of who I am and what I bring to the table. Right? Like that's, and to be authentic, to show up authentically means that I accept who I am and what I bring to the table, what it is I have to offer. Right? Because authenticity is not, I think a lot of times when we think about being authentic or being real or whatever it is, like we all, like so many of us get stuck in just showing the negative sides or the negative components of who we are. Like everybody knows somebody that feel like they could say whatever the fuck they want to say, whenever the fuck they want to say it, and can't nobody say nothing because I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I keeps it real all day. I keeps it real. You know what I'm saying? You know her. You know her. And if you are her, girl, get it together. You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot expect, like keeping it real, being authentic is not about treating people poorly. Like that's not keeping it real. That's masking. That's a facade. That's hiding the reality. That bitterness that you're spewing out across everybody, that's hurt and pain and sadness and depression. And you need to deal with that, girl, cuz don't nobody deserve to be treated that way. And you cannot blame people for not wanting to be around you because you have a nasty ass attitude. That's just what it is. You have to heal, girl. You have to heal. You have to love that. You have to get vulnerable about that. You have to confront that. You have to deal with that. Because nobody deserves to be treated that way. And you don't deserve to be treated that way. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to experience happiness because all y'all know. So look, this really about to be the word, right? Like this about to be the word for real, for real. Because the ones who are the meanest, nastiest, like just the most bitter, they some of the best people at the same time. They the type that'll give you their last if they love you and you really need it. You know what I'm saying? You know that there's good in there because you've seen that goodness come out of that person before, but it's just that this negative facade that has been built up over the years as a result of emotional trauma, maybe generational traumas, whatever it is, that outside, that hard outer shell prevents anybody from really being able to connect with you. Okay? So you have to, if you are going to find your purpose, if you are going to get to where it is that you are supposed to be in this life, you have to allow yourself to be authentic. And the only way to get to your authenticity is to be vulnerable enough to confront all of the things that you've been trying very hard not to confront. And there's no way around it. Okay? You can't expect somebody to accept you for who you are if you haven't even accepted yourself yet. That's just not logical. Okay, sis? All right? And like I said before, you deserve you deserve because you are a good person. That shit that happened to you, it was fucked up. It should have never happened. You should never have been exposed to that level of trauma. No human being deserves to have those experiences. So you are well within your rights to be hurt and upset and afraid and pissed off and all of that. Like you have every right to feel that way, but you have to deal with it. You have to process it. You have to deal with it, and you have to make your peace with it because it is preventing you from living the life that you deserve to live. Back then, when all of that happened, maybe you didn't have any control over that experience, that situation, what happened to you. And the people who were in charge of making sure that you were okay failed miserably. I get it, girl. I get it. But at this point, in on what today is, March 16th, 2019 at 9:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you are a grown-ass woman who has the ability to create the life she wants. You are not that person or that child or whatever, whoever that person was. You're not that little defenseless, helpless person anymore. You are able-bodied, you are of sound mind, and you deserve. You deserve. But the only person that can bring that to you is you. Okay? And that's the word for today. That's what I wanted to share with y'all today, because I was so inspired by the conference earlier today, and I had to get that out, and I just wanted to say that because I know that there's so many of us who need to hear that. Okay, so if you know anybody that needs to hear that as well, make sure that you share this live stream with them. It is going to be posted as next week's episode as well. So make sure that you share and download that episode as many times as you humanly possibly can on every device that you have, and share me with your people. Again, I would love it if you would rate, comment, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. I mean, wherever, or you could head over to Himalaya, which is a brand new podcasting app where you can actually sow a seed, a monetary seed into the life of your favorite podcaster. So if you are so moved, I would love it if you would do that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you make that happen. Also, if you're interested in working with me, if you're having a hard time trying to get that shit figured out, you're trying to heal, you're ready to heal, you just don't really know how to do that, I would love to work with you. You can head over to my website, latricesampsonrichards.com, and take a look at the services that I provide. I'm still working on my website. So it is, I'm making it happen, you know what I'm saying? But I'm doing my website completely 100% by myself. But I would love for you to check it out, or you could shoot me an email at support@latricesampsonrichards.com. Make sure you join my Facebook group, Trust Village, okay? So the next segment, I always do the high five segment. And so normally I give a high five to anybody who has said or done something that I'm very much fond of, something that I really, really love, and I just feel like they should be recognized. So I want to give a high five to Super Scent, also known as Wissam Super. She just had her baby girl with her fiance Lou. I follow Soup. Soup is a fellow New Orleanian, and I'm just so like proud of her. It's insane. I don't even know her in real life, but I'm extremely proud of her, and I'm so happy for her. She has been receiving an abundance of blessings over the last year to 2 years. Like, I mean, even before that, but for real, like in the last 2 years, she has just received all of the blessings, and I could not be happier for her. They welcomed their baby girl, Leah. I think it's pronounced Leah. I think, I don't remember. It's either Leah or Leah. Leia, because I think his last name is Leje or Leia. That's her name, Leia. So Leia, I was gonna come to it. You know what I'm saying? I needed a moment. I was gonna figure it out though, because I know this child's name. Anyway, Leia was born last week, and she is adorable. Her fiance Lou, he is so cute because he is a first-time father, and he is extremely, extremely excited about the thing. You know what I'm saying? And so, just high five to Super Scent and Lou for all of the blessings that they've received. The crayon case is going extremely well. She just signed a lease on her building. They just had a brand new baby girl who is gorgeous. She is like really like doing life right now. And I think she deserves a high five for real, for real. Okay. I also want to give a high five to Crystal West and Kid Fury of the Read, which is one of my absolute favorite podcasts that I listen to for my own personal enjoyment. The Read it's like a pop culture program, black culture actually. Podcast, but it's super, super funny. That's where I get all of my news about what's going on with the blacks, because it'd be a lot. The shade room, I don't know, I just can't do the shade room for all my news. You know what I'm saying? So I really enjoy the Read. It was released on Thursday that Kid Fury and Crystal West have signed a deal with, I think it's who is that? Not Fuse. Is it Fuse? Fuse TV to do a television show version of their podcast, and so they still have a working title. The Read with Kid Fury and Crystal West is like a working title, but I think they should just call it The Read. I mean, that's the brand. So why not? Like, you have the Read podcast and then you have the Read television show. Like, I think they should just call it The Read, you know? But I'm super excited about this. I love them. I love their show. They work very well together, and I love just, you know, they are finding their own authenticity. Crystal recently, like, they're both very open about their struggles with mental health. They Crystal started a new segment on the show called Crystal's Couch, which I would love to be a part of one day. So if anybody has a contact over there, you know what I'm saying, to hook a sister up or whatever. But where she shares the lessons that she's learning in therapy, and I just love it. I think it is such a really great thing for our culture, and I think you all should check it out. I'm excited for Crystal and Kid Fury, and I can't wait to see what they create. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what they create. I want to give a shout out to Janine Daniels. You all might remember Janine from episode 39, I believe it was, where I had a conversation with Janine on New Beginnings. Janine is a writer and producer and editor. Like, she's just thebomb.com. She used to do a show called That Guy on Black and Sexy TV when they were on YouTube. Y'all should definitely look it up. The show is addictive. Like, it's addictive. Like, binge watch. It's a really good show. Janine is extremely talented. She posted on her Instagram, I want to say last night I saw it, or night before last, or something like that, that she actually, before the show got canceled because of the issues with the producers and stuff like that, the show Love Is, she actually was hired as a staff writer for Love Is. And I'm so upset that the show got canceled, because if Janine was a writer on that show, then I know the direction that show was going in, and it would have been unstoppable. Like, I promise you, because Will Catlett, who is the lead actor, he plays Hasem. No, what's the dude name? What's the dude name on Love Is? What's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. But Will Catlett is the actor that plays that role. And he also was one of the lead actors on That Guy. And so he is an amazing actor. We are absolutely going to see him again. There's no question in my mind that we are going to see Will Catlett again. And she really gave him his break on Black Married Fly. Excuse me, Black Married Fly. Shout out to Black Married Fly. On Black and Sexy Television, because of how well done and well written that show was, you know? And so I want to give a shout out to Janine Daniels for just making it that far. Even though this did not work out, I know that something is going to come for you, and I'm excited to see what that is. So yeah, high five and shout out and all of that good stuff. All right. I just do have a few announcements for y'all tonight. So make sure that you check out my brand new collaboration with blackmarriedfly.com. Black Married Fly is a podcast about millennial dating and relationships. It's for married people, single people, you know, monogamous people, you know, whatever non-monogamous people. Like, it's just a really great show about relationships and finding yourself and connecting yourself in relationships. And they reached out to me because they are launching their website, blackmarriedfly.com, and I am contributing to their website. So it comes out on the second and fourth Monday of every month. The very first installment was this Monday, the 11th of March. And so that is up and running on blackmarriedfly.com. The topic was how to find a real one. And it's a real good conversation on how to find a real one. So y'all make sure y'all check that out and share it with as many people as you can. Hi, Malicia. How are you? All right. Of course, make sure you check out, join my Facebook group, Trust Village. It is a safe space for healing and manifestation. And I'm actually going to be taking down the Empower Your Vision Masterclass real soon because I want to do that live with y'all. So we are going to be doing that live. I just liked it better when we were doing it live. It is more work, but I'm okay with that because I like to be able to engage with you all. So I'm going to take that down and we're going to relaunch it as a big ass group class. It is going to be 100% free. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I said before, if you're interested in working with me in a one-on-one capacity, you can shoot me an email at support@latricesampsonrichards.com. And I think that's it. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And until next time, be well. Bye, y'all.